What's up guys, welcome to the 13th lesson of the essential tools in Photoshop. In this lesson we're going to talk about the erase tool. We're going to see how it's possible to erase and delete some elements from an image or elements from a layer with these beautiful fantastic tools. We're going to also see a different variation of these tools and what type of settings we can use in order to achieve an amazing result. Let's jump on Photoshop.
Perfect, guys. Now, about the erase tool. This tool is very easy to use and very useful within Photoshop. It gives us the opportunity to remove pixels from the background color and make them transparent, or even just delete some adjustment that we just applied on a layer like a brush and things like that. The way how we use it, we got the similar settings of the brush tool, and it works in exactly the same way, you have to be honest. Now, when we start to do, the only thing, it doesn't apply color, but it removes pixels. Now, for example, I'm just removing information of the face, and what happened, once I've got these out of the image, I can apply anything underneath to this layer. In this way, I can combine it with different options. Like, let's say now I'm just gonna add the solid color adjustment. Let's pick any color. Now we can see what it does. Give me the opportunity to remove pixels and make it transparent from the background layer in this case, and I can apply different things. Now, obviously this is quite important for me, that I've got a history of all these little changing and obviously erasing this information. So what is important, we need to go in window and we need to make sure that we've got the history window on. In this way we can access to all the history movement that we've done with this brush. This is obviously the healing brush that we were doing in the previous video, and now we can see what we've done each step within the erase tool. What is the beauty of this tool is, in case there I'm adding a new layer and I'm painting with a brush and I paint white with it, when I go back to the erase, it gives me the opportunity obviously to remove this adjustment, which is a fantastic tool for us. Obviously, depending on the type of job that we do, it will be a great friend of the brush or a great friend for us to create a composing picture. The history is very good because you can go back to the point that you really need, and there are also other options as well. In case you want more history elements within your image, you can go in preference and click on performance and have more history states. You can go up or down. Obviously higher is the count and more information Photoshop's gonna keep on top of the file, so the file will get bigger in size. So the erase is pretty easy, I have to be honest. You've got different options like the background erase tool, where it removes a little bit the selection similar to the selection tool. What it does, like as soon as I tend to work around the subject of an image, it removes the background. So it tends to analyze what is around it and just erase it. So if you've got a big contrast in between a subject and the foreground, when you've got a massive contrast between the subject and the background, that would be a good tool to use as a selection and also erasing in the meantime, which is obviously great for composing, depending again the job that you do. You got all these options on top of it, contiguous, other options, the tolerance to obviously implement the erasing application of the erase tool. So higher is the tolerance, obviously more elements are going to remove from it. But what is great. Remember to undo anything, you just need to press Command and Z. Is the Magic Erase tool. The Magic Erase tool is similar to the Magic Wand tool when we do any selection. So it tends to automatically isolate the background, and it does even sometimes a better jobs. Remember, you can press contiguous to be a little bit more narrow down your selection, your erasing, and then you got the tolerance obviously to soften it out as well, and this way you can see a little bit more cleaner. The hair is always going to be quite tricky to for Photoshop to read, and then you can slowly remove all this background information from a subject. So if you think about it, if you got a subject that is quite detailed, instead of doing selection and amplify that selection, sometimes you can just work straight away with this. Let's say if I want to bring a solid color layer, let's bring it like that. See? I've just done a quick composition and changing of the background. Obviously it's not perfect, but we can see how it works quite quick and easy as well. So always depends on the contrast that you've got between the subject and the background. In case I'm not happy, you go back in history. This way you can click each movement that you've done with the erase. Another fantastic tool that works quite close to any type of tool is the history brush tool. What it does, it restores parts of an image to an early state. So it's very easy to use because as soon as you've done lots of, let's say, erasing or adding elements within an image, you go back in history. We need to tick the first square next to the image because in this way we're gonna give the opportunity to the mix brush to work, and it just erased the history. So any adjustment that you've done, you could see I'm just adding a few elements on the face and also bringing back elements of the background by removing the erase. And what is quite nice is, in case you want to composing and you want to create some special effect within an image, once you applied a correction like this that we just done, and then I'm just using a big brush of the history, I'm just bringing back elements that I want in this specific way. So now this is my special effect and nothing amazing, but this is how you can kind of use this tool as well. Now if I click these squares, we can see that we got the icon of the mixer history brush. What is telling us is we basically put a stop. So we put a stop in the history where we are saying to the brush, yes, you can bring back elements, but you can't bring back elements before to this specific moment. So as soon obviously I pick another square and it gets closer to the original image, I'm gonna be able to remove more information, so to bring back some more information of the original. And I really suggest you guys, in particular if you do lots of composing, knowing these kind of tools, it will help you a lot to create some more special effect, which is fantastic within Photoshop. So this is all about the erase tool and the history brush. You can see the combination of the two give us also the opportunity to eliminate elements of the background, for example, and create a little bit more of a composing. So fantastic information as well about the history window. Make sure that you try it out and keep practicing, will help you a lot to understand even more these two amazing tools.